Good morning. You're watching Breakfast Television. It's 7:50 now and time to talk business. For that, we bring in our business editor, Mike Eppel. Hi, Mike.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. A lot of movement today. We're talking about some big sell-offs. Where are we seeing those?
Well, we saw the slump for stocks Monday, Sarah, as the Dow Jones, the U.S. benchmark, was tumbling by more than 1,000 points, the third biggest points decline ever. On a percentage basis, it was 3.5%. What happens here is, as these markets go up in value, and you see these big point gains or losses, from a percentage standpoint, the numbers shrink a little bit. So we kind of get wrapped up in one thing and discount the other. But I like to look at percentages. And all things considered, 3.5%, while substantial, is not out of the realm of history, so to speak. Not even top 10 when we look at it. And when we, were talking yesterday about the coronavirus into Italy, into South Korea, North Korea, by how much we don't know, it's the risk of the spread, and that had investors reassessing the economic landscape. The TSX was not immune, pardon the pun, but it was down 280, and this morning kind of steady. The earnings in are okay, not enough to get anybody too excited, at least not yet.
Well, and I think we're seeing that ripple effect now across the country. We've got over 80,000 confirmed cases globally. How is that affecting companies like United Airlines and MasterCard?
Well, they're saying their travel business is going to get hit from this. MasterCard, has travelers' credit cards and such, and United Airlines, one of the world's biggest in the aviation sector. Air Canada has stopped flights to China, for example. All of this is going to weigh on the quarterly results, and United's saying, we don't know by how much. So they've scrapped their guidance for the entire year. That is a troubling signal. At the same time, it's prudent, I suppose, for lack of a better description, to do that. If you don't know how much money you're possibly going to make or lose, then why even talk about it? Just say, be honest with investors. They like that. Having said that, we are starting to see a little bit of, and I should also mention, the cruise ship companies, they're taking a big hit from this. Expedia today just announced 3,000 job cuts, but that is not related to the coronavirus. That company had just grown a little bit too fast, and they're adjusting, but they too are going to see millions of losses in revenue because of a slumping travel industry.
Well, and keeping on the trend of loss of revenue, I mean, Apple's doors have been closed for almost 4 weeks now. How is that affecting them?
Poorly. Their numbers in China for iPhone sales in January fell 28%, and February is going to be even worse. So, this is going to dent Apple. Their stores are slowly reopening, about half of them in China, but they're still not up to full capacity. So, I mean, this is going to have a long-term effect to see what goes on here. And so, yeah, the markets are responding accordingly, as they should, with uncertainty and a little bit of caution.
All right. Thanks, Mike. We'll see you at the same time tomorrow, okay?
All right.
You can also hear Mike Eppel on 660 News if you're just heading out the door. Let's go ahead and take a peek at the markets.
This portion of BT is brought to you by 660 News, Calgary's breaking news, weather, and traffic station.